Your goal for today is writing equation of lines in standard form. So standard form, what is standard form? If you do not know what is standard form, then the best place to look for it is your reference chart. So we are at the linear equations, and standard form is ax plus by equals c. So your standard form is ax plus by equals c. If you notice in this one, x and y are together on the same side, and the c, the number is by itself. For these notes, we are going to be using a much easier method, which is the plug-in, and that works if I have a multiple choice. So it's super easy. You can use your calculator to add, multiply, divide, whatever you have to do, but it's a simple process. All you have to do is plug in your numbers and just check from there. So we are going to use the plug-in method. So the question is gonna look like that. We have to write the equation, which passes in standard form, which passes through 5 comma -4 with a slope of 3/2. So this is my point and that's my slope. So the method that we are using is the plug-in method. So I'm going to use the substitution method or plug in. This is x comma y. So I'm going to plug in x comma y, the respective value of x and respective value of y, into the equation, and I'm just gonna check. If it works, fine, that's my answer. If it doesn't work, then that's not my answer. So pay attention over here. This is x comma y. So the x value is 5 and the y value is -4. That is given to me, and now I'm gonna plug in, substitute these values into the equation. So this is 3 parentheses. Whenever you are substituting, use parentheses. So x, I'm gonna put 5, then -2, and then parentheses for the y is -4. I have my numbers in. Now all you can do is you can either solve it by hand or you can actually use the calculator here and check for what is the answer value. So 3 times 5 is 15, and 15 plus 8. So 15 plus 8 is positive 23. And over here it says it is actually -23. That means this is not correct. So this is not my answer choice. If this is not my answer choice, I have to check into the second one. I'm gonna repeat the same process. It is 3, x is given as 5, -2, and y is -4. So I substituted the value of x and y. And from here, I'm just gonna use my calculator to find my answer choices. Again, 3 times 5 is 15, -2 times -4 is positive 8. So 15 plus 8 is 23. And they are saying it is -22, which is not true, it is false. So that means that is not my answer again. Let's try into the next one. It is the same thing because the equation is not being changed. X is 5 -2 parentheses, y is -4. I'm plugging in the numbers. It is 23, but they are saying it is 22, so that is false. So that's not my answer. So I'm left with only one answer choice. And let's see if that one works. It is 3 parentheses, x is 5 -2 parentheses, y is -4. And that is equals to 23. So that is true, and that is my answer. So simple process, easy process. There's nothing much to do over here, to be honest. That's exactly how you can do the numbers. Plug in the numbers, substitute the numbers, and there you go. You have the answers. All right. Let's try one more question, and then I'm gonna have you solve the third question on your own, and then you are going to, then we're gonna work on the word problems, and then you have a practice to work on. Example number 2. I have to write the equation again in standard form, and I have the equations written in standard form. They are in front of me. Good. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug in and check. X is 7, y is 3, If you want to make note over here, x is 7 and y is 3. Substitute. Or word is plug in. And we are going to plug in using the parentheses and check our answer. So 2 parentheses, I'm going to plug in the x value over here. X is 7, y is 3. So 2 times 7 is 14, plus 5 times 3 is 15. 14 plus 15 is 29. And this one is saying negative 29. So false. That's not my answer. Same equation. You do the same process. Is 29, but this one is saying is 21. So again, this is false. 2 times 7 plus 5 times 3 is equals to 29, and this one is 29, so that's true. And you may check in the next one, but I already have my answer, so C is my correct answer over here. So super easy, easy and simple stuff. You can use this method for a lot of things. If you have x and y values, this works really good, especially with the standard forms. So go ahead, pause over here and do this question. Show your step for every single one. When you're plugging the number, substitute, use parentheses so you don't miss out. And you are more than welcome to use your calculator. All you have to do is enter this part in the calculator and check for the number, whatever you see on your screen. If it's matching, good, you have the answer. If that is not matching, then no, it's false. Move on to the next one. The second part of the notes is that I have a word problem, I have a situation, and I'm going to write a equation over there. Now we are writing equation in standard form. So standard form is again ax plus by equals c. Now you have to pay attention that in standard form, your variables, you have 2 variables. So first thing you have to pay attention to is that you have 2 variables. And both variables actually are on the same hand side of the equation. They both are onto the left. So I have 2 variables. They both are onto the left side. And I actually have a total value. It's going to be something equals to a total number of something. So the C is going to be the total. So C would be the total. Example number 6. It says a customer paid a total of $6. So I already have one total over here. My first total value, my first total is $6. For copies at a copy shop, each black and white copy costs 0.06 and each color copy costs 0.014 or 0.14. Write an equation that can be used to find all the combination of B, the black and white copies, and C, the color copies. So first thing you do is make your list, so you don't have to go back and use wrong numbers. So your first total, I'm writing only one equation, so I should have one total. So first total value is equals to 6. So I know it should be equals to 6 because that's what my total is. This is where the total is going to be. Something is going to be equals to total, and that's where my total is. Now you have 2 variables over here. The first one is called B. B is used for black and white. B is used for black and white, and cost of each black and white is 0.06. So 0.06 B. That's what each means. And your second variable is C, which is for the color copies. So C is for color copies. And cost of each color copy, each color is 0.014, 0.14 each, so it should be with the C. Now when you are making a payment, that means you add these two together. So I'm gonna add 0.06 C plus 0.14, oh sorry, this one is B, this is C. So 0.06 B plus 0.14 C is equals to $6. So that's my equation written in standard form. So if I have to explain you, it should be this should be 0.06 each B. This part is 0.14 each C. And this is your total cost. So that's exactly how you write your standard equations. First, figure out what is the total, so you write on the other hand side, and then whatever the every cost of something or whatever it is related to is going to go on the other hand side. You are going to use the variable that are given to you. So make sure you read your whole paragraph nicely, correctly, and then list them out over here so you don't write them wrong. All right, so go ahead, pause over here, and then do example number 8, because that is similar to example number 6. So go ahead, pause, and do example number 8 on your own. I am going to do number 7, and then you are going to write number 9 on your own, because they are kind of similar to each other. Number 7 says, your class of 144 people is taking a trip. So I already know my class size. So my total class size is 144. So I already know that on the other side of the equal is going to be 144. That's my total value. Is taking a trip to Austin. You can travel in a small and large vans. A small van hold 8 people and large van hold 12 people. Write an equation that can be used to find the possible combination of S. S is small van. So S stands for small vans. And L stands for large van. So I have the small van, I have the large van. Now they also gave me an equation. It says a small van can hold 8. So in every small van, I can have 8 people. That means it should be 8S. Because in each small van, 8 can go. In every large, 12 people can go. So 12L. So I have my letters, I have my variable. All I'm going to do is fill the other hand side. So it is 8S plus 12L equals 144, and this is my standard equation. How do I know that I have to find and I have to write equation in the standard form? Because I had a total. That's your first clue. I had a total, and then I have 2 variables over here that I have to write equation for. That's my clue that I'm writing in standard. If I have to describe this, this means 8 each S. This means 12 each L, and this is your total. All right, now go ahead, pause over here, and then finish the rest of the question on your own.